We're back from our week-long break, and now let's see what the X1 superstars can do in the land of the Supermax. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Fraser McKenzie here. Welcome to round 5 of Season 4 of the Xtreme Racing League, sponsored by ANSI 3D, CD Keys, One Tap, Clutch Control, and now VPG. We are at the Zandvoort International Circuits this evening, and with me in the commentary box, as always, is the boss of the league himself, Mr. Cesar Lopez.
Hello, Kenzie. Another day, another X1 race, another Sunday, another. Is it going to be another race where everyone's from P1 to P20 is divided only by 1 second, or less?
That would not surprise me, given how consistently close the field has been throughout qualifying this season so far. It does look a bit overcast at the moment, but we'll see what we get as far as the weather is.
Yeah, let me just check the
concerned.
weather. I just received the weather. Qualifying session number 1 says dry conditions and overcast. It's very cloudy. It might rain. It's very, very cloudy. It's not forecasted the weather, but it might. And for the race is dry conditions and overcast also. But at the 45 minutes, after 45 minutes, the sun is coming out a little bit, just a little bit. So that's how we're going to be doing it today.
So it looks like it's going to be dry all the way through this evening. So let's quickly go through the lineup. We've got Ultimate as our first car out on track. Let's quickly go through the lineup for this evening's race. We've got Atwi, Sasha, Path, 2D, Jazz, Wax, Erdica, Jackson, Ty, Ollie, Zola, Mon, Waddington, Hurricane, Starfish, Mad Gank, Penku, Beard Boost, Waldo, and Ultimate. We're right on board with Ultimate here for the first lap of qualifying. It's a full grid, so we'll be losing the slowest 5 cars in this part of qualifying. Ultimate will be out with a point to prove after his DNF in the 100% race last night.
Oh, he DNF'd?
Yeah.
That's new. That's something new.
Yeah. So he'll definitely be out with a point to prove. He manages to crack sub 30 minutes for that first sector.
We are right now with the camera on board. Ultimate, by the way.
There we go. And here we are, folks, working. But we've got people working behind the scenes to help continue improving the XRL coverage for you guys. Just the one corner to go. This banked right-hander. Got to be careful not to clip the grass, otherwise you're going to end up in a world of trouble. And across the line, 109.029. That is a very quick time to kick off proceedings.
Very good from Ultimate. A good team to follow today is Ferrari. Sasha's been practicing a lot. He's been very active in the chats. He has said in chats before, Ferrari is fighting for the constructor championship this season.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that all plays out. Sasha comes across the line of 109.281. That puts him third at the moment. Ty's just coming through the chicane now with a couple of corners to go. So yeah, I was so for those that tuned into the Dev League race yesterday, it was definitely dramatic to say the least. And I was filling in for Isaac, who couldn't make it yesterday. So it's my second race commentating for the XRL this weekend.
Yeah, you have done that. Yeah, you have done that before, right? Of
yeah,
course.
me and Lopez, we both commentated on a couple of Dev League races last season, one of them being Austria.
Oh yeah, Austria. I believe that was my first my first commentating. Ooh, Tigers went off.
And
He just spun.
not what he would have wanted. That's just coming out of the end of the first sector. But Ultimates have retired from the session already. He is more than happy with his time. His teammate Path second with a 109.233.
Wellington coming back with Mercedes. He has changed teams. It looks like. Oh, Zach is not here. Yeah, another day Zach is not racing.
Yeah, no sign of Shaq. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, I believe he's okay. Yeah. Just he's been into PC lately. So yeah, that might be it.
So potentially transitioning to the PC tier for the XRL.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that all plays out. But, Waddington just got a couple of corners to go. This is the only one that's out on track that's well, Zola has just started his hot lap. Waddington goes 6th, 109.913. And Path retires from the session as well. Happy with his time. Sasha manages to split the Renaults as well.
Sasha splitting the Reynolds. This is really good.
Yeah, that practice definitely paying off. Let's say Waddington did throw some praise my way regarding the 100% race last night. The battle me and him had at the start of the race. It was.
Oh, I saw that. Those videos, man.
It was a sight to see. I mean, I even clipped the overtake that I pulled on him round the outside of, I believe it was turn 1. I might be wrong on that one, but I pulled an overtake on the outside, and I was just like, sayonara.
I saw some videos from yesterday between you and Waddington. Mon is about to start his hot lap. Let's see. Do you remember what was the time yesterday? The pole position from yesterday? It was a 109, right?
It was round about that sort of range, yeah.
I think we're going to be watching 108s and 107s for Q3.
Ooh, so 107s, I wouldn't put it past the realm of possibility with the pace these guys have. But yeah, Mon's on his hot lap right now. So while he's doing that, I'll quickly go through the championship standings. As of a couple of weeks ago, Penku leading the championship. He's already got 2 wins under his belt this season. He's top of the standings with 85 points, and it's Path ahead of Ultimate, 72 points and 54 respectively. Beard Boost with 41 points, Ollie with 32, Sasha with 27, Wax with 21, Magdank with 20, CJ with 15, and Hazel rounding up the top 10 with just 14 points. Very, very close in the midfield battle as far as the Drivers' Championship is concerned. And Atway's been disqualified.
That's weird.
What caused the disqualification? Oh, apparently he was blocking the pit lane. Huh. Well, that's a bizarre disqualification. Constructors' Championship, meanwhile, as Mon comes through with a 109.914, just 1,000th behind Waddington. Renault are at the top. It's a 2-horse race at the moment with 126 points, and it's Alfa Romeo behind with 105. Alpha Tauri 51, Ferrari 48, McLaren 36.
Yeah, go for it. I'm sorry.
Mercedes 23, Red Bull 18, Williams 17, Haas 15, and Racing Point at the bottom of the pile with 6 points. So the Red Bull teams have definitely come on leaps and bounds after the end of last season, where they were practically bottom of the pile.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bro,
it sounded like you found something.
Yeah, man, look at the times between P8, P9, and P10.
0.003.
Yeah, you cannot even see that.
Absolutely staggering to see. I think just another fine example of how tight they are as far as the pace is concerned.
Cassiel is on his...
And Mad
outlet.
Gang's had an off on the second DRS straights, and he's lost a lot of front wing. And he was on a hot lap as well, just to really rub the salt in. Ollie's going for another lap. So at the moment, it's Jazz, Erdka, Hurricane, and Beard Boost that are yet to...
Yeah, just started his outlap. His fast lap, I mean.
Let's go with him. See what he can pull out of the bag. Because he needs
Yeah.
a 10.3 to get himself out of the drop zone. Should be able to do that without much difficulty.
He's a very fast driver in qualifying. I believe he's the fastest of the Mexican drivers in X1 during qualifying session, but the race pace of Mon and Irdica is much better than Jazz's race pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the interesting thing that sort of like somewhat separates the drivers. I mean, some of them drivers have great qualifying pace, but they're not able to translate that into good race pace. And then you've got those that aren't as good in qualifying, but consistent race pace gets them up the field.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you have the elites, like your paths, your ultimates, your sacks, strong all-rounders in qualifying and the race.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, you got a 110-0.
So he just gets him out of the drop zone at the moment, but I don't think he'll be able to stay there for much longer.
He might have made a mistake or something, because yeah, he can go faster than that.
And of course, as is tradition with the XRL this season, we have one of the top drivers giving us a fast lap round the circuit we're at during that particular week. So, who's our lap guide going to be this week round Zandvoort?
We don't have one for Sandboard. We had some issues there, but we will have one for next week, definitely.
Yeah, next week is going to be Australia. That'll be round 6 of the championship, and that'll get us a third of the way through the. After tonight, that'll be us a third of the way through the championship already, and now that we're in the midpoint of the season, this will be when it's going to be crucial for drivers to avoid making mistakes and being able to maximize the amount of points they can gain, because with only 15 races, there's very little room for error, especially in the battle for the championship.
Yeah, Beardbus just got P17. Something is going on. Like, people are getting super fast, or people are making mistakes. One of them.
And this is one of those tracks where you've got a couple of areas that it's very easy to spin out. You've got that banked left-hander at turn 4. You've got the tight left-hander onto the second DRS straight, and he's gone. And
Ooh.
beard boost is gone.
Oof.
Ooh, that's not what he would have wanted. That is not what he would have wanted. Well, that's him. He's gone. He'll be starting at best 17th. But he could end up being pushed down to as low as 19th if he's not careful. And he'll have a lot of work to do trying to get his way through the field. Starfish and Zola.
17. He will finish 19 if Sola. Yeah, Sola can make a better lap than that. I remember. Yeah, I have to stop talking about Sola. Remember what happens every time I do.
Yeah.
And he just got into the pits.
Yeah, Mad Gank just got himself up into 7th, and Zola. Zola's interesting. Zola's retired. And there we go. And Starfish. So there we go. It's Jazz. So it's just Jazz and Starfish that are in the drop zone at the moment. Starfish looks like he's fueled up for another run. With Jazz just coming out of the pits now. So a lot of the guys that are near that drop zone. I mean, there's less than 2/10 between Mon and Jazz. There's not much in it. Any two of those 6 guys could end up out and running.
That's just a good exit from one of the turns, and that's all. 2/10. That's 2/10. A good exit. One good exit.
Erdica is coming out for his. He's coming out for a shot, but Mon's in the pits. He'll be hoping that he doesn't get eliminated.
So I was saying in the chat, got a hurt Red Bull driver, so this is going to suck for me. X1 and X2. Yeah, Solar reported some some aches. I don't know how to say. Like his back is hurting. So yeah, he's not really at his best today. Bon. I mean, Casielo.
Yeah, but yeah, there we go. Jazz just got himself into 6th place. That should comfortably see him through 109.418.
Yeah, so Jazz just sacrificed another Mexican by knocking out Erdica.
Yeah, but Erdica has just started his hot lap. I mean, 3,000ths, and that's all it's going to take.
So, if you don't feel well, man, just
slip disc. Ouch.
Retiring in the race, just do the first lap and then go into the pits and retire. If you don't feel like doing a 1 hour race.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's hoping he doesn't. Here's hoping he doesn't aggravate it any further.
Yeah, he's been practicing Netherlands a lot. He's doing a Williams 100 difficulty career mode, and he told me in Netherlands in the Williams he got a P8, I believe. So yeah, he's been practicing a lot. So this is the time to show all the practice.
And Erdica makes it into Q2.
Oh,
so it's Mon, Starfish, Beard Boost, Zola, and Atwi. They are out of Q1.
There's a saying in Mexico that says the worst enemy of a Mexican is another Mexican. so we just saw something like that. Here the guy pushing out his teammate.
Yeah. So just Because just another fine example of how close the field is. Taking Atway's disqualification out of the equation, the entire field is separated by less than 1.3 seconds. And those that made it through into Q2, less than 9/10 separating those that made it into Q2.
9/10. Holy shit, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. But look at this. Jazz has the pace to go to top 10. Wax in the Ferrari has the pace to go top 10. So we're going to be having a very good... The Q2 session is going to be amazing. It's going to be very, very good. Who is going to go out in the mediums? Who is going to go out in softs?
Yeah, because of course the softs do not last long around here.
Yeah, do not last long.
And so some of the guys that started on soft tires yesterday, some of them managed to push the tires as far as like 14 laps or something along those lines. But of course, that was thanks to the help of a couple of safety cars early on in the race. But of course, this is where the strategy comes into play: who starts on what tire. The tires you set your fastest lap on in Q2 will be the tires you start the race on, providing you make it through into the top 10. We've got a lot of drivers out on track. Path, Jazz, Jackson and Hurricane yet to come out of the pits. We'll see how it all plays out. Ultimate, our lead car, he's going for a run on the mediums. And it looks like Penku's going to be going for the softs. We're on board with Hurricane.
Yep.
So there's your onboard camera. We're on board with Hurricane, with our second camera. Pretty wide exit there for Ultimate out of that right-hander at the end of the first sector. And he's got the second DRS straight to negotiate.
What do you think? Sasha will split the Reynolds, or will he still? Oh!
Yellow flag sector 2. That's one of the hash drivers. Oh, it's Waldo. As Ultimate comes across the line, 109.425. That puts him top of the timesheets at the moment. 109.6 for Penku.
How did he not DNF'd? I know that was not the screen I wanted. Look at this. Look at the replay. He's just spun in front of Sasha, I believe, or behind Sasha. That contact was bad.
And oh, there it is.
I don't know how he survived that.
Yeah, that is incredible how he managed to keep the car going despite what looked like a pretty heavy impact. That's a set of soft tyres out the window for him now. Taylor
People in
Jackson.
the medium tire doing the same time as the soft tires. 109.4 for Ultimate on pole position right now.
Yeah, that definitely shows that the track is starting to get rubbered in. That there's more rubber on the track. There's more grip at the same time, and
Yeah,
they're able
definitely.
to get these faster times as a result.
Thank you, Zola, for posting all the information about XRL.
Oh, and Wax is actually out as well.
Who?
Wax is out. Wax is out of qualifying by the looks of it.
He retired. Looks like it because I don't see a car.
That looks like that's going to be one driver we're losing out of. That's one driver we're going to be losing out of Q2.
Danny in the chat, Sola forgot to mention that everyone in XRL is super cool.
Yeah, he's. Definitely hard to argue with that. It is a. The XRL. It's a fantastic, community. Yeah, the fantastic community supporting each other, supporting the channel, supporting the league.
Yeah,
and it's all thanks to that support that we're able to continue to grow and bring you more in-depth coverage of the XRL. And Zola just backed up right there. The XRL, it's a family. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more with that statement.
Yeah, we've been very lucky with the drivers we've got, to be honest. People are super good. We've gone through some stuff, but we always rise again.
Yeah, still we rise, as one Lewis Hamilton puts it.
Yeah. You know, in Mexico we say mi gallo, like my rooster, like my rooster is for example, mi gallo is Sasha. My rooster is Sasha. That's translation directly, but what it means is who I'm rooting for is Sasha today. I think he's going to be doing a fantastic race.
Yeah, it'd be. I think he's definitely going to be a very strong contender for a podium position. I mean, if he gets the win, hats off to him.
Yeah, if he gets a win versus Pat and Ultimate, whoever gets the win versus just those two guys. And remember, we have Penko still. We have Tudi.
Yeah, of course, because Penko is the championship leader after all. Like I say, he's got 2 wins under his belt this season already.
Yes, he's trying to set a lap on the medium tires.
Yeah, so he'll be looking for a 1:10.1 in order to get himself into the top 10.
Oh, so let's say in the chat, both Mercs have spun Watto in turn 1, Ryan in turn 7. This reminds me of Baku. We lost both Mercedes in Baku.
Oh man, yeah, that would have been a massive hammer blow for the championship, because look at it looks like right now it's a 2-horse race between Renault and Alfa Romeo, but with how close it is in the midfield, AlphaTauri, Ferrari, McLaren, and Mercedes might throw Red Bull into that mix as well if they can get a good result this evening.
Mad Gang's having problems also. 3rd time he's spun. Maybe that's a setup. Oh, first one waits.
Penku top of the timesheets at the moment. He is that is going to mean a shorter first stint for him. But if he's got the pace, then he could be on course for his third win of the season.
Oh, Mike saying in the chat, 2D looking super quick, he's X2 driver. X2 driver just coming in and going to Q3. How about that?
Yeah. Now something tells me, based on that, given the fact that I haven't seen him in action in X1 this season so far, that this must be his first X1 race, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think it's his first X1 race.
His first X1 race, and he's already up there with the big boys. I mean, what a way to make a debut, challenging for the top positions with the veterans. With the veterans of the league, I mean, hats off to him for being able to do that. So it's just Hurricane, Erdica, and Waldo that are yet to set a lap time. We know Wax is going to be out regardless.
Erdica's coming out on the softs, so he will be through. Yeah.
So there is definitely not going to be much in it as far as the drop zone is concerned. Wanting to retire from the session, that's with how close it is. Again, less than 2/10 between Waddington and the drop zone. Might be touch and go if Waddington makes it into the top 10. But as far as the race winners this season are concerned,
Erdica just started his fast lap in the soft tires.
And Hurricane goes 9th, path retires from this session. That time might not be fast enough for Hurricane. He might need to come in and use a set of softs. And Erdica just squeezes into the top 10, a 109.982. Got Waldo coming around now, though.
Jazz wants to be at Q3. He just come out on the soft tires. Tiger's also on the soft tires. Mad Gang and Sasha in the soft tires, trying to defend their positions.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. We've only had two race winners this season. That being Path and Penku. Penku winning at Silverstone the opening round of the season, and of course, last time out in Canada 2 weeks ago. And in between that, Path won in Baku and Bahrain. And as far as pole position is concerned, Ultimate's only pole position of the season was at Silverstone so far. Then Baku and Bahrain for Path, and we've also got Penku getting pole position in Canada last time out. But when we were last at Zandvoort, if I can find it in the records and statistics.
I have the card for Sandward. Let me just send it to you real quick.
Ah, excellent. Waldo coming down the main straight now. Across the line, he does improve. He gets a 110.176, but it's not enough. Kellis Jackson improves a 109.994, but that's not enough at the moment either. And I think that's it for Waldo. Waldo is out.
I'm sending it via Discord.
There we go, I've just got it through just now. There you go. Ah, there we go. It was it was one of our former XRL drivers that got pole position last season. That's why it's not showing up on the league statistics board. But yeah, it's Philip Nilsson won the race here last season, and it was Cyclone that got pole position, a 108.739. And Erdeka's out as well. Hurricane's out as well. So there we go. I think that's us done for Q2. Hurricane, Erdeka, Jackson, Waldo, and Wax all out of qualifying. And those that made it into Q2, Penku, Tai, Jazz, Path, Ultimate, 2D, Ollie, Waddington, Sasha, and Mad Gank, they are all through. Top 3, Penku, Tai, and Jazz, all starting on the softs. Everyone else in the top 10 will be starting on mediums.
Crazy, man.
And there we go. Let that be light. There you go. Again, I'll say just a second separating the top 10.
Ryan, Hurricane, Erdeka, Carla Jackson, Waldo, and Wax knocked out from Q2 session. We're going to be starting with Q3, and I'll be right back.
So who do we think is going to get pole position, folks? There's one of them, McLaren's coming out onto the track first, and it is Ollie. He's first out onto the track for Q3. And Ollie goes with a 109.659. Path with a 108.946. Not far off. Not far off the XRL record here. It's just Jazz, Mad Gank, and Waddington still in the pits. Pass just a couple of tenths away from the lap record here. This is looking very, very quick for Ultimate. And he's, 108.766. 300th shy of the lap record here. Jazz about to start his hot lap meanwhile. Waddington still to come out of the pits. He'll be very happy that he's made it into the top 10. .109.3 for Jazz, that puts him 5th. Mad Gank coming around the final corner now. And into the pits he goes. Which is Mad Gank and Waddington yet to set a lap time. But Waddington is on his out lap now. That's fine. Ultimate just 300ths away from the lap record round here.
Oof.
What is going to happen with 4.5 minutes to go? So at the moment, with 4 minutes to go, it's Ultimate on pole, Sasha in second, Path third, Penku fourth, 2D just got up into fifth, Jazz sixth, Ollie seventh, Ty eighth, and Wellington and Mad Gank yet to set a lap time. And Wellington comes across the line, 109.2. Just half a second down on Ultimate. He'll be happy with being in 6th place at the moment. It's just Mad Gank yet to set a lap time. Let's see what he can do. He's coming up the hill now. This long, sweeping right-hander, tight entry, wide exit. Very strong first sector time. What can he pull off in the second sector? And Ultimate's on a hot lap as well. He's just finishing the first sector. Took a lot of curb on the entry to that chicane, did Mad Gank. And wanting to retire from this session, he feels he's done all he can. Mad Gank coming round the final corner now. And he gets a 109.306. Ultimate's going to have one last shot at securing pole and breaking the lap record at the same time. It will be his 12th pole position in his X1 career. Now, Ollie's on an out lap. Ollie should be able to make it round for another lap. Trudy will make it round as well. And what's oh no! Oh no! Ultimate!
Ultimate.
Oh, no! Oh, that's a huge off. That is a huge off. That's the last thing he needed.
Sasha's in a hot lap right now.
You need to be careful. He's down by not by what? What?
What?
Have you checked the timesheet? Tell me I'm not seeing this, right?
Oh, it's the same time.
The
Holy
same
shit.
time?
This is crazy.
We have not seen that.
This is crazy.
Oh, my goodness me.
This is crazy.
Penku improves, but he stays 4th. And Churi, oh my word, he's lost his front wing. Yeah, but yeah, because Ultimate will get pole position because he set the lap time first. Now, it is very, very rare that you see this sort of thing happen at the exact same time for pole position. Last time I recall that happening was Jerez 1997, when that was a 3-way tie. I think this is the first time this has ever happened in X1.
Yeah, for the pole position, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely staggering. So Cyclone will be breathing a huge sigh of relief that yes, his lap record still stands, but it is going to be Ultimate on pole. And he's got his teammate Path alongside him with the exact same time. Top 3, Zola's just informed us, 0.034. There's less than a tenth separating the top 4. Less than a tenth separating the top 4. But massive kudos to 2D on his debut in X1, starting 5th on the grid.
Amazing qualifying session.
He will be very happy with that. But see, there it is. There's nothing to separate the Renaults right now. And I would say top 4, less than a tenth between them. They go 5:55 right now, and it will be going for lights out for the race at 6.
And you know what time is it, right?
Oh yes. A word from our sponsors, folks.
Are you looking for a more realistic F1 feel in your sim racing? ANSI 3D is the solution for you. ANSI 3D is a 3D printing company based in the United States. We sell F1 style wheels for Logitech G29, G920, and the G923 wheel set with all wheels including high quality real suede fabric on the handles for maximum comfort. All wheels can be fully customized by picking your own colors for the handles and buttons. Also, you get to select a free logo of your choice to be printed on your wheel. We also have all Formula One 3D printed tracks available for sale on our website. For more information or to place your order now, log on to our website at www.ansi3d.com. That's ANSE3D.com. Don't delay, check us out today.
And we also want to let you know that we have our sponsors, well, our website, Xtreme Racing League, xtremeracingligs.com. Go to join Xbox server if you want to race in X1, X2, X3, Dev League, XNA, Elite Formula Racing, Allied Racing League, ARL, PRL, and XR Realistic Performance League. And PC server if you want to join Assetto Corsa Competizione Racing, and the newly formed Formula 1 2020. We also have a shop here, so you can go into the shop and buy your extra merchandise. Go and check it out. And we have City Keys also as our sponsor. And
Keys. Just that Easter sale banner. Look how cute Kirby is with his Easter bunny ears, because it is, of course, the Easter sale this weekend. Up to 90% off across all platforms: PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. And of course, we have our daily deals as well. So the daily deals today, we've got Evil Genius 2. Caesar has actually recommended that I try this at some point. Evil Genius 2, 39% off, 70% off the Sims 4 City Living expansion pack, and you've got 48% off Forza Horizon 4, 16% off Outriders on PC, and the premium online edition of GTA 5, a massive 87% off. Those are your daily deals for today. They're changing all the time, so be sure to check in at cdkeys.com for all of your gaming needs, for digital codes for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
yes, and also we have One Tap Design as one of our sponsors. One Tap Designs is a custom livery service for Assetto Corsa Competizione and iRacing on the PC. So if you want to go on the Instagram, on their Instagram, they are called One Tap Designs.
So it's got about a minute to go before the race gets underway. So I'll quickly go through the grid. You've got the Renaults locking out the front row, Ultimate with his 12th pole position of his career in X1. And you've got Path alongside him on the front row. Nothing to separate them in qualifying. And then you've got Sasha behind them and Penku in fourth. Less than a tenth separating the top four in qualifying. 2D on his X1 debut. He is going to be starting fifth, and he's got Mad Gank alongside him in sixth. You got Ty and Waddington, followed by Jazz and Ollie. Rounding up the top 10 is just Jazz, Ty, and Penku all starting on the softs. Everyone else in the top 10 starting on mediums. Hurricane's going to be starting on the mediums as well. You've got Erdica and Kellis Jackson. They're going to be starting on the softs. Waldo and Wax starting on the hards. They'll be going long into the race. But then you've got Mon, Starfish, Beard Boost, and Zola all starting on the softs. But Zola's just switched himself onto the hards. And Atui got disqualified for blocking the pit lane in qualifying. He'll be starting at the back. He'll be starting on the hards as well. Less than 20 seconds to go. You guys know what time it is. It's okay. These things happen. There we go. Here come the lights. 4, 5. It's lights out, and it's race time here at Zandvoort. It's like a relatively clean start. Ultimate storming away into the lead. And oh, and there's already carnage at the back. And I think that was Mon that lost an end plate or two. And Wax is going down the order as well. And oh dear, it's all kicking off here. And oh, one of the Alfa Romeos is fine. It's Mad Gank. Oh, horrific start for Mad Gank. He got himself into the top 10 in qualifying, and he's had a spin. And he's lost an end plate as well. That's an absolute nightmare for him. Oh, almost lost the back end as well. Not what he would have wanted at all. And that's the trouble with 50% races. An early mistake like that, and oh! Penku almost going Tokyo Drift after a love tap on Sasha's gearbox, and Ty managing to get through into fourth place. Pretty chaotic start at the moment, but I mean, you do expect some sort of chaos at the start. Let's see how many actually come in to get their front wings changed.
Oh, Irika had damage. He needs to pit.
Blessing in disguise for him, because it means he can get rid of those soft tires. Starfish has just got ahead of Waldo meanwhile. And Magank, interestingly, electing to stay out. Erdica goes on to the mediums. There's the front wing change there. Sasha doing well so far to keep Ty behind him. But of course, Ty is on the faster tyre, but Sasha, crucially, is going to be going longer into the race than Penku, than Ty will, and crucially, as with Penku as well, because Ty and Penku, they're on the soft tyres right now. Sasha is on the mediums, so Sasha should be able to get to about probably somewhere in the region of. So there's the predicted pit stop strategies there. About 14, 15 laps with the mediums, and then switch over to the hards. But those that are on the softs, they're probably only going to be able to do like 11 laps at the very most. DRS is now enabled. Is is the turbulent air already starting to cause problems for Ty, because he has dropped back by a couple of tenths. Jazz, meanwhile, gets ahead of Tootie, and so does Waddington. Tootie losing 2 places just like that, but Tootie not giving up without a fight. Tootie will have DRS on Waddington, but Waddington's going to have DRS on Jazz to cancel out the DRS behind him. There we go, there we go, there's the DRS, and interestingly, Waddington actually switched off the DRS momentarily. That could have proved costly. He's going to try the outside on the exit of the chicane. Not quite close enough to make any sort of impact, but if he stays close enough around these final 2 corners, he should be able to get himself in enough straight line speed with the DRS to be able to overtake Jazz into turn 1 as we start lap 4. Big boost despite starting. A big boost despite starting 18th. He's already got 5 places up off the start. He'll be looking to push those soft tyres as far as he can to ensure that he gets track position heading into the first round of pit stops. It's all happening up and down the field. You've got the top 5 battling for the lead. You've got Jazz with Waddington behind him and Tootie not too far behind as well. Let's say it's a DRS train from Jazz all the way down to Starfish. Waddington had a little look. Jazz perfectly aware that he's got a Mercedes right behind him. Waddington using a lot of his DRS. There's the DRS now, and he takes 5th place, says, thank you very much, I'll have a bit of that. And Penku gets ahead of Ty, and Ty's actually spun! Ty's actually had a spin, and he's lost a fair bit of his front wing. Absolute nightmare for Ty. Not what he would have wanted. He has lost an end plate. Is he going to come in and shed those soft tyres? Really, really unlucky for Ty. And Waddington actually starting to pull away from Jazz now. So those soft tyres are going to start. Those soft tyres are going to start reaching the cliff edge in the next few laps. And oh no! Oh, that's one of the Mercedes. He's had a massive off. How on earth did that happen? That was Hurricane. How on earth did that happen? He's gone for a set of softs, interestingly. That is a real shame. And Ty had to come in as well. And then Ty's changing his wing as well. It's now a 3-way dance now for the race lead between Ultimate, Path, and Sasha. And I said during qualifying, if Sasha plays his cards right, he'll see himself getting a shot at the podium. But actually, he's had an off. With the amount of debris that's on the track right now, surely they need to bring out the virtual safety car at least. And Path and Ultimate, this is for the race lead. Ultimate and Path side by side, but Ultimate gets... Path almost took the lead, but Ultimate getting back through. this could work in Penku's favor, because the more these three battle with each other, the better Penku's chances are of catching up. Xtreme, meanwhile, gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And he too is having to go for the softs as well. Oh, and Ty's actually gone. Ty's actually out of the race now.
Ty has DNF'd, yeah.
There he goes. Oh, he lost. He must have lost it out of the. Must have lost it out of that right-hander heading into the end of the first sector. And McLaren's problems are just getting worse and worse and worse. It is just going, I mean, any further south and they'd be right into the center of the earth. Beard Boost, meanwhile, he started 18th. He's now got himself into the top 10. What a recovery drive from him. And also taking full advantage of the mistakes of those behind him. He's going to have a look at Careless Jackson. This is going to be brave. He's going to have to brake very, very late. And he does. He made down lookies and he's through into 9th. And he's still not finished yet.
Has his teammate in front.
Oh, this will be interesting. This
Ryan
definitely
Kirakin
will
about
be
to
interesting.
overtake Elfie Starfish. But he defends very well. He's going to pick
Hurricane trying. Yeah, Starfish doing really well, but Hurricane tried the outside. Good defensive work there from Starfish, being able to keep track position. Jackson trying to catch up with Beard Boost, but he's not far. He's not close enough to be able to make any sort of impact, to be able to go for the overtake. Did manage to cut the gap in half, though. On to lap 10 already. This is round about the point where those that are on the soft tyres are going to need to start thinking about coming in to make their stops. Is Penku going to come in to make his stop, or is he going to wait another lap? It's actually using a lot of ERS to be able to try and keep up with the race leaders. They're all within half a second of each other. Mon gets ahead of Wax. Yellow flags in sector 1, and I think Wax has had it off. Definitely getting interesting. There goes. First of the soft runners in. Jazz is first in.
Thank you, Wrong, for the follow.
Jazz first of the soft runners into the pits, and oh, beard boost in the wall. Oh no! He's gonna need to. And oh, he gets a 5-second penalty. Oh, he's collected Waldo as well, and Waldo's gonna have a 5. And oh no! And they're both disqualified. Waldo and beard boost are both out for blocking the pit lane.
This is not good. He's blocking the pit exit, so drivers should watch out. No one's in the pits, thank God. This was so unlucky for Beard Boost. Game glitch,
Yeah,
ruining his race.
Because
I think he couldn't move.
Yeah, let's say he was doing so well with his recovery drive, and for that to happen, that is a real shame. But that is definitely going to be an incident for the stewards to look at in the race report. We'll see, in the incident report, we'll see how that pans out. Lap 13 of 36 now, and Ultimate has led from the start. It's Path that's got the fastest lap at the moment. Is Asha actually starting to lose ground to these guys now? Asha actually starting to lose ground. Oh no, he's not. I had the gap set to leader rather than interval. Oh dear. Still a four-way dance for the lead, though. So Penku and Sasha are going to need... So Penku and Jackson, they're going to need to start thinking about coming in to change their tyres now. And Penku does come in. 13 laps on those softs. Very well played for him. And what is Jackson going to do? Is Jackson going to come into the pits as well? No, he stays out. Is that undercut going to work for Penku? So if Penku can get that gap to about... If Penku can get that gap to about 16 seconds, he might have a shot of taking the lead. And he is closing. And there goes, oh, Ultimate's in, and so Sasha. That's interesting. And that puts Waddington into second place for now. Has Penku managed to undercut Ultimate? Oh, it's going to be tied between him and Sasha. He gets ahead of Sasha, but he doesn't get ahead of Ultimate. There's a very short pit lane here. It's only about 15 seconds roughly. So this is... Okay. No problem. And there we go, there goes Path into the pits now. Waddington's more than likely going to follow soon. No, Waddington elects to stay out, and that puts Waddington into the lead. Tootie comes in. Is Ollie going to follow suit? No, Ollie stays out. It'll be Waddington leading, and it'll be Ollie in second. Ultimate should take third place, but Penku, fastest lap of the race so far. Penku doesn't quite get ahead of Path. So the overcut for the Renault boys worked. And Waddington comes in. Ollie's going to follow suit. Indeed, he does. And that puts Ultimate in the, and that'll put Ultimate back into the lead, and Ultimate gets the fastest lap of the race. Penku almost losing the back end there. It's going to be between Path and Ultimate for now, as we approach half distance. Path could very well get the fastest lap here. Needs a 1:11.7. 1:11.8, not quite fast enough for the fastest lap of the race, but he is keeping within touching distance of his teammate. Right up. So we're at half distance. Ultimate leading from Path. Penku third. Sasha fourth. Waddington fifth. 2D sixth. Ollie seventh. Mon eighth. Wax ninth. And Jazz rounding up the top 10. A lot of the drivers that are on the hards, they're still yet to make a stop. Yeah, it's Mon, Wax, and Zola that are yet to make a stop. Are they going to try and push these tyres as long as they can? Are they going to push the tyres as long as they can? Ultimate starting to gain some ground. I mean, the way these two are racing, this has got shades of Hamilton and Rosberg written all over it. Can Path get a good run out of the final corner? Looks like he does. He goes for a look. And oh, that's one of the Mercedes. It's Hurricane and Zola. Hurricane and Zola's had it off. Oh, no. And Hurricane gets the penalty for the collision with Zola. Do they both have damage? Well, Hurricane's lost an end plate. What about Zola? Zola's lost both end plates. Zola will not be happy about that. But of course, Zola is racing at less than 100% tonight. And Hurricane gets a penalty, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's a much better run for Path this time compared to the previous lap. He's closer. He's got the DRS. Still not close enough. Ultimate using a lot of ERS to keep Path behind him. Lap 22, 15 to go, and that's including the one they're on right now. There is no separating these two right now. I mean, look at the gap they've got to Penku right now. It's down to 2.7, 2.6. The gap looks like it was starting to fall there momentarily. I think those that are on hards right now, the Mon and Wax, I think they're going to be trying to go for a soft stint for the end. Path still can't find a way past. Looks like sector 1. I think that's just for Atui getting out of the way of traffic. Judy is closing in on Ollie. I mean, Erdika, 20 laps on those mediums. Fair play to him, and he's having to go onto a used set of softs. And Ultimate, there we go. Ultimate gets the fastest lap of the race. Fantastic battles up and down the field. And there we go, Mon and Wax coming in. It's going to be a pit stop race. There goes Wax. And is Mon going to get ahead? Mon gets ahead. Mon gets himself ahead of Wax. And oh, hello, here comes Starfish out of nowhere. And he splits the two. And oh, no. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. As I say that. So here's the replay. Starfish managing to separate the two momentarily. And he just lost it. He just lost the back end. He had a bit of oversteer out of turn 4. That's all he had. Just a bit of oversteer. Really unfortunate there for Starfish, but hey, what else can you do in this situation? And Erdika gets the fastest lap of the race. He'll get the bonus point for that. It'll be ultimate inside the top 10 that gets the point for the fastest lap inside the top 10. And I will say this, as far as the on-track penalties are concerned, the standards have definitely improved a lot as far as the clean driving is concerned. And as I say, that good old commentator's curse. Penku gets a time penalty. Now this is the closest battle on the track at the moment. We're going to have 10 laps to go. We've only got about 10 minutes to go. Big lock up there from Path. This is going to be a titanic battle towards the end of the race now. Is there going to be any team orders? Oh, are they just going to be allowed to race? Lap 28, there's still nothing between them. But with the nature of this circuit, the turbulent air is going to cause a lot of havoc. Path is closing in on with the DRS, but he's still not able to make anything of it. Ultimate's used a lot of his ERS. That's going to allow Path to take advantage. There he goes. Still not close enough to make any impact. And Path did have a look. Nothing came of it. Interestingly, not using the DRS round the banked turn. But Ultimate tries to defend the inside line, but here comes Path round the outside. This for the race lead. Oh, great defensive work there from Ultimate. This is the sort of racing we're loving to see. Sasha, meanwhile, is bearing down on Penku for that podium position. Still can't split these two Renaults, though. Of course, based on their penalty count back, Sasha will get that third place, and it'll be a great boost for Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. Lock up there from Path, and all right on Ultimate's gearbox. Looks like Path's going to be charging up his ERS before having another crack. There's 6 to go. Path taking a slightly wider line than Ultimate through turn 1. And Wax gets a time penalty now. It's only the second on track. It's only the second track limit penalty that we've seen today. That turbulent is now starting to become very problematic for Path, because he still can't work out how to get past Ultimate. Still not quite close enough yet. Five to go. Ollie, meanwhile, bearing down on Waddington for 5th place. Hopefully, Ollie can salvage something for McLaren. And Ultimate's gone wide! Ultimate's gone wide! And Ultimate has a penalty! How crucial is that gonna be? And Ultimate lets Path through. By the looks of it, Ultimate let Path through. And unless Path picks up a penalty of his own, he'll take the race lead, race win even. 4 to go. That is a massive game changer for the race result now. And this is the other crucial thing. If Sasha can get past Penku, he could very well try and leapfrog Ultimate. Try as he might, Sasha cannot find a way past at the moment. That is the game changer that was needed. 3 to go. Hurricane into the pits. Yellow flag sector 1. Let's just lapse traffic. Get out of the way. If anything, I'd probably have to give driver of the day to Tootie, without a doubt. He has been very impressive on his X1 debut, getting himself up there with the big boys, and he's not finished yet. He might still gain another position or two. Yeah, Tootie has been very impressive on his debut, and he'll definitely be a future X1 driver without a doubt. Ultimate, another fastest lap of the race. And I don't think this battle for third is gonna become a battle for second place. Yeah. Yes, correct. So here we go. We're about to head on to the last lap of the race. Okay, so something we started implementing as of yesterday. In fact, we're going to be playing the national anthem of the race winner. That's something else we've started implementing. So Sasha is gonna, so providing he doesn't pick up a penalty, Sasha is gonna get ahead of Penku on their penalty countback. But Path, in a class of his own, the exact same time as Ultimate in qualifying. And this win will give him his third win of the season. And it will also crucially give him the lead in the championship. And there's one of the racing points just getting out of the way. But here comes Path. One corner to go. It's his third win of the season, and he takes the lead of the championship. He wins the Dutch Grand Prix, an absolutely enthralling drive. Penku crosses the line in third, but it's Sasha that rounds up the podium. It is Path, Ultimate, and Sasha. That is your podium today. What an incredible battle for the race win. And here comes Ollie. He's got one last chance to get ahead of Waddington. Not quite. He does a Tokyo drift, loses his front wing, and Ollie comes through in 6th. Tootie, on his debut, finishes 7th. He'll be a very happy man with that. And it's absolute carnage on the main straight. Look at this. Absolute carnage. And oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. What just happened? And there's another one. And there's another. Absolute carnage. Oh, I need to clip that and send that to you. I need to do that. Codemasters gives Mon driver of the day, but I think without a doubt, it has to be Tootie that gets driver of the day. Very impressive debut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
so
it
there
is. I think I need to find the shorter versions of the national anthems now.
Yeah.
So-
we'll sort that out during the week. But I did screenshot the results as well, so I'll just quickly go through those. Path took the win. It's his eighth X1 win, and it's his third win of the season. It puts him in the lead of the championship. Ultimate, with his penalty, goes down to second. Sasha managing to round up the podium on penalty count back. Penku down to fourth. A massive hammer blow for him in the hunt for the championship. Waddington, very strong performance for him in fifth. Ollie sixth. Tudi on his debut in seventh. And then you've got Jazz, Jackson, and Mon rounding up the top 10. And then the rest, you've got Wax, Starfish, Erdika, Mad Gank, followed by Hurricane, Zola, and Atsui. And you had Waldo and Beard Boost being disqualified, and Ty also not finishing. Whew, another dramatic race, I would say.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Apologies for the camera stuff in the stream. We were having some troubles, but it should be fine for next week.
Yeah, and like I put into the stream chat earlier, hopefully I should be able to help get it rectified on my end. So hopefully we can get some more focus on some of the battles that I've been focusing on throughout the race. So hopefully we can get that sorted for next week. But in the meantime, thanks very much to everybody that tuned in to watch us this evening. Next week we head to Albert Park for the Australian Grand Prix. Traditionally the starting point of the season. So we'll see how that all plays out. But until then, good night and thanks for watching.
Good night. Thank you very much.